If you experience anxiety, you may believe the problem lies in your thinking. That if you could just change your thoughts, calm your mind, or be more rational, the anxiety would settle. But in my clinical experience, anxiety is rarely a thinking problem. It's a relational problem. Anxiety arises when a younger, vulnerable part of you feels unsafe and alone, often in ways that predate language and conscious memory. What you are experiencing is not weakness or failure, it is your inner child signaling distress. And the mistake many people make is trying to manage anxiety from the head rather than responding to it from relationship. So in this video, I want to share practical ways to nurture your anxious inner child, because when that relationship changes, anxiety begins to soften. Let's start with something fundamental. Your inner child does not need logic, it needs presence. The inner child holds implicit emotional memory, experiences that were stored in your nervous system long before reasoning developed. Neuroscience shows us that early emotional learning lives in the limbic system, not the thinking brain. This is why telling yourself to calm down rarely works. What does work is staying present. When anxiety rises, instead of trying to escape it or shut it down, internally say something like, "I'm here with you now. You are not on your own anymore." Now, this may feel strange at first, but from an attachment perspective, it is profoundly regulating. Regulation happens through relationship before it happens through reasoning. You are becoming the steady presence your inner child needed but didn't always receive. Now, the second practice is bringing the body into safety. An anxious inner child experiences threat in the body, not in the intellect. This means words alone won't settle it. You must involve the nervous system directly. Slow your breathing, particularly the out-breath. Feel your feet on the floor. Place a hand on your chest or abdomen. These are not symbolic gestures. They stimulate what we call the parasympathetic nervous system via the vagal nerve or the vagus nerve, signaling safety. From the body's perspective, this communicates one simple truth: the danger has passed. And when the body settles, the mind follows. Now, the third practice is shifting from self-criticism to inner protection. Many anxious adults unknowingly relate to themselves in ways that increase fear. Phrases like, "Pull yourself together. This is ridiculous. You shouldn't feel like this." This voice is not neutral. It is often an internalized critical parent, and it keeps the inner child in distress. A nurturing response sounds very different. "Of course you're anxious. This feels overwhelming. It makes sense that you're frightened." Research on self-compassion shows that responding with warmth rather than judgment reduces anxiety and emotional reactivity. You are not indulging anxiety, you are calming the system that produces it. Now, the fourth practice is creating predictable rituals of care. Anxious inner children fear unpredictability. What soothes them is rhythm, consistency, and reliability. This might be a morning grounding practice, an evening reflection, a daily walk, or a regular check-in with yourself. These rituals create an internal sense of safety over time. They send a quiet but powerful message. Someone is reliably looking after me now. And slowly, trust begins to form, not with the world, but with yourself. The fifth practice is listening rather than fixing. Anxiety often escalates when we try to make it go away. Instead, gently turn towards it and ask, "What are you afraid might happen? What do you need from me right now?" Not to analyze, not to problem solve, not to fix, just to listen. In therapy, anxiety often softens when the child feels heard rather than managed. When feelings are allowed, they no longer need to shout. So let me leave you with this. Anxiety is not a flaw in your personality, nor a failure of mindset. It is the voice of a part of you that learned to survive without enough safety, attunement, or reassurance. Healing does not come from eradicating that part. It comes from meeting it consistently, kindly, relationally. And that is not weakness. That is emotional maturity. If this speaks to you and you'd like to learn how to develop a secure, nurturing relationship with your inner child, that is the deeper work I support clients with. Visit my website, book a free discovery call. Let's see what's possible.